What's like the biggest challenge you deal with?
For me, weather. Prices. I have no control over what I get paid for lamb. You know, you get what you get. That sucks.
Yeah.
Before you could have some control. Shearing, I used to be able to say when I would shear, I'd tell the shearer and say, I'm going to shear next Friday. That's totally changed because there's not enough sheep shears. You know, they're gone or they're dead.
And
Well, I take care of my wool.
yeah,
It matters. You know, like these guys out here, they don't. They really don't give a shit.
yeah.
You know, they'll give them stuff that you shouldn't give your sheep. I don't do that.
So are you're strictly grazing on hay? You probably very little pellet
Grass
feed.
hay.
Yeah.
Well, when I shed lamb, I have to feed them.
Yeah.
And I
Besides,
feed them the alfalfa pellet.
yeah,
It's got corn in it.
yeah.
The shed lambers, they need that for milk.
yeah.
It helps a lot.
With
That's-
your alfalfa, what kind of protein levels are you feeding? Like, where do you
18
want
to
to be at?
22.
18 to 22. And if you get over 22, are you getting
like it.
blowout?
Yep. Yep. That scares me too.
Yeah. And what average micron are you running out, do you think?
We're at 20, 20.2, something in there.
Yeah, I bought the bucks. They're, this year, I bought them last year. They're 14.5 and 15.5, so we'll get to see what the wool is next year. Kind of curious what that does.
And you're bringing them to low 20, so you probably. I mean, it's
I can
really a flip of a coin. You
If I
could
can
get
to the
50.
18, 19 months,
Yeah.
that's where I want to be. Anything lower than that's too fine for me.
Yeah, don't.
You know, I don't like it.
I think 19 micron.
It's super fine to me.
Yeah.
It's great. Good for spinning, I think,
Yeah.
compared to 2480 or whatever. 2480. That's just, I don't know. Not much you can do to this.
And staple length, you're getting 3.5, 4 inches. And then your merino or local merino are closer to 3 to 3 1/4.
Locally, we'd have Rambouillet would be the predominant the regional breed. And yeah, 3 1/4 would be more common there.
Yeah.
Some of the producers we work with, that's one of our goals is to increase the table length.
So what is he shearing now? Probably 10 to 12 pounds.
You get what, 10,
Probably.
11, 12, yeah.
I would suppose.
Team.
It depends what you feed them too.
Yeah.
You know, makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And if you just feed corn, you're gonna get a lot of grease. I don't
Yeah.
like the grease.
We don't like the grease
I hate the
either.
grease. You know, that's why my wool's plain. It doesn't have that grease in it.
So do your pastures stay pretty green year out, or do you drought in late summer?
Every year is different.
Yeah.
We've had more
That's what
rain
you're
earlier
fighting.
this year than I've ever seen so far. But you see that cheatgrass starting up?
Yeah, that's what you
That's what's scary.
get
We don't
into.
want that.
And what?
It grows too fast, then we have fires. One light.
Because it grows and it dies, and then it.
goes, like we had last year. How many 100,000 acres burned here in Buffalo?
How do you select Cormo sheep for breeding to improve wool quality, and what traits do you prioritize?
The grade of their wool, number one, is what I prefer. The micron, I make sure it's a 6470, hopefully all the time. I prefer that. I think the spinners prefer that. The rest of the people really don't care about that. They just shear 58, 60 grade, and I don't like that. I prefer a finer wool. It's better for spinning, better quality for clothing, I think. As you can see at Ben's store, it's super, the material's beautiful for the clothing. Hats, people love it, especially the foreigners that come over here that buy it. You know, they come through this store, they're just amazed how beautiful that wool is.
How do you handle seasonal variations like drought or extreme weather, and maintain a consistent wool output? Do you guys get tornadoes out here? Ever?
Not very often, occasionally, but Mother Nature is, she is what she is. You're uncontrollable. It just starts snowing and the snow's 10 foot tall or 20 foot tall, and you gotta go to the barn and you're lambing and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour, and it's devastating, but you either gotta like it or get out and do something else. It's tough. It's a tough business. That's why there's not a lot of sheep men left in Wyoming, I think.
Oh, what are the most common predators or threats to flocks? And do you have a
My predators here,
do you have livestock guardian dogs?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Coyote, the eagle's the worst because you can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't shoot it, you can't poison it. You used to be able to with 1080, but then they outlawed that. So I have a trapper next door. He's got a helicopter and a plane. So if I have a problem with a coyote, I call him and he's out like that, right on top of him. He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They shot 100 coyotes in 2 days.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how bad they were. And a coyote will have 7 to 10 pups at a time. That adds up. Fox aren't too bad. They're kind of bad on the baby lambs. Up in the mountains with the sheep, I got the bears and the lions. They're terrible. I shoot a lot of bears. I shoot 3 a year usually, black bears. The wolf has started to come back in. And once again, you can't do anything about that. Being a wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, we're talking massive.
they're like Great Dane size
A
almost.
mountain lion, I've had him kill 100 sheep in a night
Oh my
by itself.
gosh.
And we finally caught the lion and found it was 20 years old, had no teeth. But it killed 100 sheep on a bed ground I had. And like I said, we trapped it, had it around a log, and it broke the log, and we caught it in a big rock with a chain around its neck. It had 10 pups on it. We killed the lion, and we took it back to the UW, and that's how they found out how old it was. We never did find his pups.
That's insane.
So, yeah. Oh, it happens a lot. People steal your sheep at night. If they have a good dog, they can bring in a horse trailer, and they'll have panels on the side of their horse trailer, and they'll go next to a corral area. They'll just put the trailer there, get the dog, load them up on the
Auto
road.
guards.
Right.
So somebody could literally pull right up here,
Correct.
load a trailer, and roll out.
Totally. They do.
That blows my mind. I know. I figured they did. That's why I asked her. I said, "Man, they got." And cattle have to go missing all the time too. I'd assume.
Oh, especially this year, the price of cattle. It's ridiculous.
Is there anything
You know, you get
realize
5 cats, you got
Dogs.
$15,000.
So the dogs
like
won't
that.
keep them off. Your dogs are too nice.
My dogs?
Yeah.
Well, they can't keep a guy out if they're done. That don't work. He'll shoot my dog.
Yeah.
You know, my dog will bark, but it's not something that he's just chasing away. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
Another sheepdog is used to sheepdogs. He doesn't hurt my sheepdog, my guard dog.
Yeah.
They're very docile and they're good.
All right, everybody. I really hope that you enjoyed watching those clips from us visiting Bruce at 9 Mile Ranch. We had so much fun getting to see the rolling hills and just the overall gorgeousness that Wyoming is. It was probably one of the most magical places we have ever been, which really just made Wild Sage feel even more cohesive to just see how beautiful and magical and how that translates in the yarn that we create from his wool. So with that being said, we learned a lot of really new, cool information and terms and different things like that, and why breeding and food and all of those types of things matter in our end projects. So Ty is going to kind of give us some information on why does breeding and fleece matter, what is a micron, why does food matter, all of those kinds of things.
Yeah, so I think breeding for fleece and micron for us is important. They're breeding for consistency, so not only in fiber diameter and handle, but for staple length as well. And there could be a wide array of different staple lengths that are suitable. For me, the most important thing is whatever that staple length be, whether it's 3 inches or 3.5 inches, is extremely uniform across the flock from animal to animal. That ensures a much better spin and consistency in our final product. And then micron is the actual fiber diameter of the fiber. So yield comes from how many fibers we can fit in a square inch. And the smaller the micron, the better the handle, the softer, but also the larger the yield. Because they're getting more follicles in a tinier space, and that helps ranchers as far as their yield a year. So for me, it's all about consistency. Anything from 16 to 21 micron is where we like to be. And wild sage comes in at 20 and a half average, and it's very uniform and consistent across. So you're not going to have different handles from batch to batch, or bale to bale of wool, essentially. So we were able to build a much more consistent product at the end, that has less defects, with a great handle, with a great volume. So that's why I think that really focusing on that breeding and getting those consistencies really matters in our wool these days. So it's just, we love sharing where our wool comes from with everyone. That is, we're in a very unique position to be able to bring you that information. We know a lot of brands out there aren't able to provide the traceability that we are able to provide, and that's what makes us special. So we'd like to thank Bruce at 9 Mile Ranch for hosting us. It was an amazing experience. We learned a lot.
And it was really magical just seeing the sheer number of sheep that he had right there. And that wasn't even a portion
He had
of his flock. He just had the moms and babies that were lambing.
Babies. He was still lambing in the first 2 weeks of June, and he had already ran some up to the high ground for the summer. So that was cool. We also want to give a special thank you to Ben over at Mountain Meadow Wool for making this all possible. He was a very gracious host, and we really appreciate his time and his effort that he put into hosting us and getting us to these ranches to make this wool 100% traceable.
Yep. And an extra special shout out to his interns. They were so great coming up with some phenomenal questions.
They were much better prepared than we were. We were like wing it, and they were
90%
on it.
90% of the questions in this episode were from them asking. So we really appreciate their willingness to learn about textiles. Was awesome. They were all very passionate about learning the different things. So it was really cool to see a younger generation also getting to have the same experience that we were having. So that was really amazing. So we really appreciate Bruce at 9 Mile, Ben and Ellie, and the whole team at Mountain Meadow, and the interns. And our Mountain Meadow field trip episode will be coming hopefully sooner than this one did.
Until next time.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.